Good evening, everyone. Calling this evening's Borough Council regular public meeting to order. Today is Wednesday, December 17th. Let's begin with a roll call.
Councilmember Sokolowski.
Present.
Councilmember Cerna.
Here.
Councilmember Barton.
Here.
Councilmember Elam.
Here.
Councilmember Fry.
Here.
Vice President Kingsley. Here. And President Sokolowski.
Here. Thank you. All right.
Too.
And Mayor Aronson. Sorry.
There's some cold medicine going on over
Yes, there is. Just a little bit to keep me upright.
All right, we got everybody here now. Let's stand for the Pledge of the Flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. Next item on the agenda is the council president announcement. So let's start with public comment. Did we receive any public comment, Brittany, related to the December 3rd council meeting or today's agenda? We did not. Okay, thank you. The only other announcement that I have is this is the last council meeting of the year, and it will be the last council meeting for our friend Anita Barton. So we'll spend some time celebrating you shortly, but wanted to just say thank you for all the work you've done for the borough.
My pleasure, and gang, make it good.
All right, moving right along. Do we have any public comment this evening pertaining to our agenda items from the audience? All right, hearing no public comment, we will roll into presentations. This evening, as I stated, we have a recognition for Anita Barton. We're also going to recognize Rick Barton because he also has served many years for the Borough of Conshohocken, and we want to make sure that we're recognizing both of you for the service that you've provided. I don't believe Rep. Scott's here yet, so do you mind if I start?
Sounds good.
All right. So this is a happy and very sad time for all of us. It's happy that we've had Rick and Anita here in the borough doing great things for so very long, and to be able to celebrate our friendship, being colleagues, and just great residents and community members. So I'll take a second, and hopefully I won't tear up, and we'll be able to knock this out of the park.
Just remember, I'm doing this with joy.
We're doing it with joy. You got it. Yeah. So Rick and Anita Barton has spent more than 2 decades helping shape the Borough of Conshohocken into the community that it is today. Their story began back in 2001 when they met as neighbors on Springmill Avenue. Rick already had deep roots in the borough, having moved from Philadelphia in 1987, while Anita became a Conshohocken resident shortly before their paths crossed. It's a love story. The future of Conshohocken's power couple would go from neighbors to husband and wife, tying the knot on March 15th, 2003, and Rick said that was the best decision of his life.
You got it.
With Rick's experience as community planner for Montgomery County Planning Commission and the zoning and code enforcement for Upper Dublin Township, Rick was asked to join our Conshohocken Zoning Hearing Board as an alternate member in 2004. He would go on to not only become a full-time member of the Zoning Hearing Board, but over the years serve multiple terms as our Zoning Hearing Board's chair before you step down in October. Thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
Anita, a former small business owner who ran the sewing shop Craft Me, began her own path in public service in 2005 when she joined the Conshohocken Planning Commission. She served on the Planning Commission for 7 years, the final 3 as the chair, before resigning in June of 2012. Her resignation opened the door to an even greater role. Anita's role was representing the residents of Ward 4 in the Conshohocken Borough Council. That June, Borough Council had a midterm vacancy, and Anita was appointed from a field of 6 candidates to fill the spot, launching a 13-and-a-half-year run as council member. That's a long time. Wow. Anita, a proud member of the Pennsylvania Association of Boroughs, earned the designation of senior council member in January of 2024. In addition to her work on Borough Council, she also dedicated the past 4 years to leading our Marywood Park Commission as its chair. Now, as Rick and Anita step into their retirement, they'll have a full house to keep them busy, 4 children, 11 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren. And all of us stopping by to get the good food that you'll be baking. The Borough of Conshohocken extends its sincere gratitude to Rick and Anita Barton for their extraordinary service, leadership, and commitment to our small town. We wish them all the best in your next chapter, and thank you for everything that you've done for the borough. I can't think of 2 more selfless people that have given so much of their time, energy, and passion to their friends, their neighbors, and the community as a whole. What a great legacy to leave behind. But we know you're both not going anywhere. So we'll give you a break for a little while, and then we'll roll you back into helping us continue to shape the borough into the best place to live, work, play, and grow. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know, does anybody else want to say anything this evening? So Rick or Anita, give you a chance to.
Sure. I want to thank Anita for welcoming me to council 4 years ago when I didn't know anything about anything and still don't know much, and also for putting up with my frantic early morning phone calls. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we are going to miss all of the wisdom that you bring. This is just a token of our appreciation, a little something to hang on your walls at home. In your honor. Could we get you guys together for a picture? And damn it, don't do that.
No crying.
You're not going far, don't worry.
I know.
No crying. Oh, no.
Slide in. To my girlfriend.
Hey, there you go.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
After you, Chris.
He did. He walked in all spiffed up. It's always hard, the last council meeting of the year when we have a
I don't have to do
turnover.
any more budgets.
There you, oh, look at that. That's exciting.
My own way.
Yeah.
You got a few months.
All right, it looks like we have Representative Scott here, who also would like to say some wonderful words about Anita. So please come up to the podium.
Wonderful subjective. Good morning, good evening, everybody. It is truly a joy to be here tonight to celebrate a remarkable public servant, a devoted neighbor, and a beloved member of the Conshohocken community, Councilwoman Anita Barton and her husband, Rick Barton. Their stories in so many ways is like the story of Conshohocken. She moved here in 2000, settling down on Spring Mill Avenue with her mom and sister, and quickly put down roots that would grow deep and strong. A few years later, she married her neighbor Rick, proving that in Conshohocken, community really does begin next door. Together, they built a beautiful family, 5 children, 11 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren, a legacy that reflects the love and values that they live every day. Anita didn't just live in this community, she served it. She began on the Planning Commission in 2005, later serving as chair, and in 2012 stepped up to serve a vacancy in the 4th Councilmanic District. What followed was 13 and a half years of dedicated service, including the last 4 years as chair of the Marywood Park Commission. Through it all, Anita never lost sight of what mattered most, serving the neighbors of Ward 4. I first met Anita 4 years ago while campaigning to be your state representative. She wanted to absolutely make sure that I knew what Conshohocken was and that I could handle those steep hills. She wasn't shy about holding me to that standard, and while she may have been initially hesitant to support me, I'm happy to say that we've become really close friends. Over the years, we built mutual trust, a mutual friendship, and obviously a mutual respect that I truly value. But that is exactly who Anita is: thoughtful, discerning, and deeply committed to doing what's right for her community. Anita is also a woman of strong faith. Along with her husband, Rick, she is an active member of the Conshohocken United Methodist Church, where if you're lucky, you'll get a chance to stop by and taste some of her cookies, if the kids don't eat them first. And whether she's teaching young people how to make cookies or Rick behind the scenes making sure that that building is kept up nice and making sure the church is running, their service extends far beyond the services of this building. So on behalf of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, as well as Speaker Joanna McClinton, today I was happy that we don't agree on everything in Pennsylvania all the time, but today we unanimously agreed to make today Anita Barton Day, and I have a citation on behalf of Speaker Joanna McClinton. I also want to acknowledge the fact that Governor Josh Shapiro could not be here tonight, but he also sent a greeting, and I'll read that for the record. Greetings, Anita. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement after years of dedicated service to the Borough of Conshohocken as a member of the Planning Commission, Marywood Park Commission, and Borough Council. You have spent your career bettering the lives of countless Pennsylvanians, bringing a sense of professionalism and expertise into everything you did. Your genuine desire to better your community is recognized by all those whose lives you've impacted through your work. The charm and history of Conshohocken are undeniable, and I'm grateful for your instrumental role in protecting it and amplifying it. As governor and on behalf of all Pennsylvanians, I'm honored to congratulate you as you begin this next chapter of your life. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, Governor Josh Shapiro. So I wanted to present this citation personally. I just passed a couple state troopers and gave them your name and address to forward the citation to, but thank you on behalf of everybody in Conshohocken and the Commonwealth for your dedicated service. And if you don't mind, I'll present you and your husband with these citations. Yeah. Rick, unfortunately, as you know, in the relationships, the wife gets the fancy leather one, you get the big one. But, you know, it's all good. Come on up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me give these to you.
Oh, yeah.
Tina, come on down. All right. Absolutely. You get in the middle. All right, here we go. Here, come on over here. Let's see. Oh, where's the governor's letter?
Oh, yeah.
The mayor, you hold that.
Here's the governor's letter.
Come on. All right.
Good.
Great. Congratulations again, sweet. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. See you. Take care. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Greg.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Are we done?
Did you have enough attention right now?
More than I just.
All right, then we'll get going with business. Take your mind off of this. All right. All right, next item on our agenda this evening, land use matters, public hearings, and ordinances. The first item we are looking at is to consider approving Resolution 2025-37, and that would be approving minor subdivision for 110 East 7th Avenue. If there are no questions, concerns, I am looking for a motion to approve the resolution that would approve minor subdivision for our 110 East 7th Avenue.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider authorizing advertisement of an ordinance stating the borough's intention to issue a general obligation bond and take on non-electoral debt. So what I'm looking for is the motion to authorize advertisement of the ordinance that states the borough's intention to issue the general obligation bonds and then take on non.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that'll conclude our land use matters and ordinances, public hearings. We'll go into the consent agenda. So for the consent agenda, I'm looking to approve and adopt the November 5th and the November 19th regular meeting minutes and the November 5th special meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Also looking for an approval of the November ending treasurer's report and accounts payable, and that would be in the amount of $1,198,955.68.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Third item under consent agenda would be approving and adopting the fiscal year 2026 budget. Hearing no questions, concerns, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the fiscal year 2026 budget?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to motion to approve Resolution 2025-38, and that is to levy the real estate tax for 2026 and fix the rate thereafter.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. That concludes our consent agenda items this evening. Next item on the agenda is our unfinished business. First item is to consider approving the Conshohocken Pocket Park and Porch Festival special event request. Last meeting, we heard a little bit more information from Mr. Tierney about the Porch Festival and Pocket Park and Porch Festival. Hearing any concerns or feedback, I would be looking for a motion to approve this activity, subject to final review and approval of the details by Borough Administration.
Did he send in any other further information on it?
We don't have anything additional, but it has been reviewed and vetted by all the department directors.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider approving Resolution 2025-39, authorizing a supplemental appropriation from our general fund over to our capital fund. We don't have a dollar amount for that yet.
The resolution notes that it's up to $4 million, and that's from general to capital, and it will be utilized to fund your initiatives that have been approved in your 2026 budget.
Any questions related to the $4 million transfer? Okay. I'm looking for a motion to approve that Resolution 25-39 for the supplemental appropriation.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to consider approving and authorizing advertisement of the 2026 meeting schedules for Borough Council and the Borough Boards and Commissions. Looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. That concludes our section of unfinished business. So we'll move on to new business. First item is to consider approving Sora West Professional Services escrow release number 1 in the amount of $1,305.69. Looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item under new business is to consider approving change order number 3 and payment certification number 3, final, for the Harry Street Rehab Project. Looking for a motion to approve change order number 3 and payment certification number 3 in the amount of $92,382.86. And again, that's for the Harry Street Rehab Project. And that's subject to receipt of the project closeout documents certified by our borough engineer.
I'll make that motion.
Can I just note for the record before you make a motion that Tyler has been working diligently on this project and did a fantastic job. In terms of the contractor, they've been somewhat unresponsive for closeout documents that we've been requesting for numerous weeks at this point. So we are still waiting on an as-built and a maintenance bond. We did receive one of those documents, but we need clarification from a legal standpoint in terms of the language that's included in the maintenance bond. So there are 2 outstanding items that still require Tyler and Mike to sign off on that we are waiting for. Our hope is that we receive those items and we can close this out because it is a 2025 project. It also is being funded through a grant. So we are hoping that the contractor can work with us so we can get this to the finish line. If not, it is going to roll into 2026, in which case then Mike, Tyler, and I will be back in front of you to discuss our options. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Tyler, good? Is there anything else? No? Okay.
Any questions related to what Stephanie added to this?
I'm curious, how long have we been waiting?
I think
Please.
Tyler's been waiting to offer this information.
It's been over a month at this point, probably.
It's been significantly longer than a month. You're being nice because you've provided documentation to them, which specifically laid out a list of things that they had to provide to the borough. When the project construction was completed and they needed to do a punch list and then close out items. So he's being nice, as Tyler always is. But Tyler has been tireless in terms of requesting that the contractor provide the closeout documents in a very professional capacity. So Tyler, we really do appreciate you. I know that it's been very frustrating at times, but really advocating on behalf of the borough for this.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what would be the next steps if we don't hear back from?
Again, we'll be back to council, should we, because of that, then it'll be a legal litigation issue.
I understand. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any concerns related to it being a grant match, that it isn't being completed in 25?
It's a no-match grant,
Okay.
and I think, I think the grant expiration is sometime in like 2027 or.
Okay, so
We have
it's
plenty
not a
of time
timing for that.
For the
Okay.
grant, it's a
Okay.
budget issue, really.
Okay,
Great.
that's good to know. Thank you. All right, any other questions?
The payout is contingent upon everything being rectified.
That is correct.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hearing no additional questions, do I have a motion to approve the change order and payment certification number 3 in the amount of $92,382.86 for that Harry Street project if we get all of the documents as required?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider approving zoning escrow release for 16 East First Avenue, 101 Fayette Street, and 524 East Elm Street. So what I'll be looking for is a motion to release 16 East First Avenue in the amount of $1,039.86 plus interest, 101 Fayette Street in the amount of $1,053.18 plus interest, and then 524 East Elm Street in the amount of $1,064.28 plus interest.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider approving tuition reimbursement for Officer Walter for the 2026 spring semester, and that is in the amount of $7,766.88 per the collective bargaining agreement. Looking for a motion to approve tuition reimbursement.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to consider accepting the resignation of a zoning hearing board member. This resignation is from David Bria, and that would be effective December 31st, 2025, which then allows David to come and sit in the chair next to me
You
here.
have to make it good, you know.
Looking for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider approving Resolution 2025-40, and this authorizes the sale of a police vehicle on municipal. So the police vehicle is the 2019 Chevy Tahoe, and so I'm looking for a motion to approve the Resolution 2025-40.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to consider approving the Civil Service Commission certified hire lists for the positions of battalion chief and fire captain and appoint applicants to those positions. So what we're looking to do is grab a motion that will approve the Civil Service Commission to certify the hire list appointing Steve Young as our battalion chief and Megan Klosterman as our fire captain.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to consider approving an updated civil service reg for our fire services. What I'm looking for is a motion to approve the updated civil service regulations related to fire services.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that looks like that concludes our new business section of our agenda this evening. As we're rolling right along, next item on our agenda would be public comment. Do we have any public comment this evening?
I got one on the floor, but I'll let one go above me if there is any. Seeing none from the floor, I'm going to go ahead. Madam President, is there a time limit on public comment?
We will give you 2 minutes for public comment.
2 minutes on the floor. Recognize the gentleman from Brown, or gentleman, Mr. Crini Monticelli from Ward 5. The Madam Vice President's award. Madam Vice President, I would like to thank you. It wasn't service to our country, but you served our United States Postal Service. That's very much so appreciated, and that's what I was thinking of last time. And I just couldn't come to memory, and I thought you served in the armed forces. I would have done public comment on the agenda items, but I didn't want to go ahead and jump up after that. And I just want to say on the unfinished, I think it was under, let's see here, the unfinished business or something, but the one for the tuition reimbursement for Detective Walter. I just want to say, usually, you know, I don't think it's good that boroughs are doing reimbursement for cops, but when you have an outstanding officer like Detective Walter, who goes above and beyond, is professional, is polite, is understanding, and is able to take victim statements with the trauma-informed response. This is a detective that goes far and above and beyond any officer, lieutenant, or sergeant in this department. In fact, I truly believe that this detective should be promoted to chief. And that's a shame that he's not. That's what I believe. I also want to remain the rest of my allotted time to 222 East 7th Avenue. While we don't have the Hogan brothers backing up in driveways now, we got the people that are unloading the porta potties. Stephanie, I hope that this can be taken care of. I alerted you guys about this issue about backing into driveways 3 months ago exactly, September 17th meeting. I just want to say it's Craney Monticelli. I don't know who's taking the minutes, but it's not Craney. Please go back and fix that. CRANEY-MONTICELLI. This guy's got a timer on. And I just want to lastly say for the record, I'm here lawfully. I'm here pursuant to the First Amendment of the Constitution, and I'm here pursuant to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Constitution, Article 1, Section 7. And I find it quite funny how officers show up only when I'm here at the meeting. And hopefully, Madam Vice President, you got to speak with Ms. Winder, Commissioner Winder. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any additional public comment this evening? Brittany, do we have any public comment that came in over the internet? Okay. Hearing no additional public comment, I'd like to turn the microphone over to our mayor to go over his mayor matters and the fun things that happened over the last few weeks.
Thank you, Tina. So we had our Conshohocken Theater in the Parks group, who were here just a few weeks ago, had a Santa and Elsa breakfast last weekend at the newly reopened Willow B&B. It's stunning. It looks amazing. The food was incredible, and Thomas, as you can see, took over and just had the best time. So thank you to our Conshohocken Theater in the Parks group. And good luck to our newly reopened Willow B&B. Winter Wonderland was also last weekend. It was awesome. I posted this a couple days ago, and if you read the comments, everyone is just like, everyone went extra this year. It was wonderful. This is our first year where Thomas was not freaking out on Santa, so that was nice. So really a huge thank you to our community center staff. They always do a wonderful job, and as usual, the event had a long waiting list, so very popular. And we lit the Conshohocken menorah. You can take a look at it at the Marywood Park. We'll be lighting it for the next 4 nights. It was brutal cold, so a big thank you to Chabad of Lafayette Hill for joining us and helping to organize. And of course, our staff for being there in the cold, and our police department for being there, and our fire department as well. And I always love that bottom picture we have the menorah and the Christmas tree in the same space together. I just think it's so reflective of how open and welcoming we are here in Conshohocken. And then finally, Anita, we'll miss you. It's been a real honor working with you. You've been on council since I've been on council. It's an honor to be your friend. It's an honor to have you at all the events and to learn from you and to see how you interact with our residents. I can tell you from being out all last year that Ward 4 thinks so highly of you, and they're so thankful for everything you've done for them. So enjoy a well-earned retirement to you and Rick, and I'm sure we'll see you a lot more. That's it from me. Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you. Ralph?
So, firstly, I wanted to thank you. I've worked with you the shortest here, right? You might be thankful for that, but you really do a great job for the community. And I actually wanted to share a story that I told one of my residents I would share. And it's reflective of people like yourself and everybody on this council who gives a lot of effort to make incremental improvements in people's lives. We approved the budget tonight, and part of that was the Conchi Cab, which we had a big discussion about. And one of our residents, one of my residents in my ward, left me probably the most glowing voicemail I've ever heard in a review for the Conchi Cab coming and picking her up for a senior luncheon.
Was that Helen?
It was Helen, yeah. And I'm not joking. I hear a lot of good voicemails. This was far and above anything I've ever heard. She wanted everyone on council thanked, specifically everyone at administration thanked for their efforts in actually coordinating a pickup for her, where they took her walker onto there. And that's because of the direction here and the implementation on the administration side, right? Which it takes both ends. It's really reflective of just the care that you obviously display for the past 13 years in the community. And it's really good that it has that impact on a population like the seniors where they are underserved and they saw a huge benefit in this. So a big thank you to the council as a whole, a big thank you to the administration for actually implementing this, and it was completely flawless. Shauna, Lauren, and really the hardest thing to do when you introduce a new service or a new product is not miss the first time somebody uses it. And I am telling you, we didn't miss. So take this as a little win and run towards it and build it to the idea that you had and everybody else had when they started. But I just wanted to share that as kind of a going away present for something that you actually, you really, you make a difference, and you have made a difference over 13 years. So thank you.
Anita, thank you so much for your dedication to this borough, for your welcoming me to council 4 years ago, and for all of your ties that you have with my family that go well beyond that as well. I hope you and Rick have the greatest of times, and I will make sure we get some Phillies tickets over to you so you can catch some games for sure. Thank you.
Well, I might as well thank you again for everything. Also wish all the residents Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, and I'll miss you, Anita.
Thank you. Adrian?
I'm not gonna cry. Anita, thanks so much for your help and guidance while we've been on council. I really appreciate it, even at times outside of our meetings where you've been able to provide me guidance and counsel, and you've been a sounding board. I really appreciate that for someone who I just started, or I'll be starting a second term. That first term was entirely new to me, but definitely made me feel welcome here. So I really appreciate that. And I'll be seeing you at all the other meetings that you keep showing up to. At least I hope to, okay? Thank you, Anita.
You're welcome.
So, no, I'm not going to leave out our good friend Rick. So, Rick, I'm going to start with you.
So I started on the zoning hearing board. That's where I got my first steps into public service. Rick was our chairman. I learned so much by sitting next to you. How you conduct a meeting, professionally, respectfully, with patience. So I really do appreciate that. And I know I only saw you for, I guess, the 6 years or 7 years that I've known you and how long you've been doing that. So I say thank you very much from the borough and from me. Anita? Thank you for the hours that we've spent together, polling, arguing, debating, protecting each other. Yes, I'm still mad about that. Yes, thank you very much for your leadership. I know we all appreciate it. I'm saying the same thing that we're all saying. So thank you very much to you both.
So I gave a few words early on, but I do want to say, Anita, you are the poster child for public service, public servitude. You're a fierce advocate for your residents. You are steadfast in what your beliefs are that reflect in what our community is. You can be brutally honest. You are blunt, but it is all in the spirit of doing what's right for the residents. And that's important when you're in a public service position, because you're not a pushover. You hold your ground. It's important to give back to the community what they're asking for, and you've been able to demonstrate that over the years. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This is the meeting of Anita this evening, so thank you, everyone, for listening to all the platitudes.
If I knew it was Anita Barton Day, I wouldn't have gone to work today.
I know, right?
I'm sorry. You weren't informed? Darn.
To all of our residents, we had a really good calendar year 2025. Looking forward to another really great year in 2026, welcoming David to our team as we move forward. I want everyone to have a very healthy and happy holiday season. I know it can be difficult these times. Everyone's spreading their germs, but everyone have a very healthy and happy holiday season.
Do I get to say anything?
And I will turn the microphone over to you, yes.
I thought maybe I was not allowed to speak tonight.
No, you may speak to your heart's content.
Well, no, I won't keep you that long.
2 minutes.
First of all, I thank the Streets Department, Ray, Chief, Police Department, my people that I don't have anymore, the borough staff, most importantly, my residents. I love you all. And that's all.
You're a pillar of our community, Anita, and you will always be that to all of us, so thank you. Anyone have anything else this evening that we want to discuss? All right, with that, I will call Anita Day adjourned.